What's up, heroes? This is Dan here from HeroAcademyFitness.com, and today we're going to talk about the Romanian Deadlift. This is a deadlift variation that specifically targets your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back, primarily your hamstrings. We're really just going to show this from the side shot because, for the most part, it's very similar to your standard deadlift. You're going to set up with your feet about shoulder width apart. You're going to have your hands just outside your feet, possibly a little narrower than a traditional deadlift. You might go a little bit wider in normal deadlift. But for the most part, you set up very similar. The motion is very similar. The things different are primarily presented well from the side. So we're going to start from a side view here. First off, you're going to deadlift the bar up just like you normally would. Typically, you're going to go a little bit lighter than you would on a standard deadlift for these. Double overhand grip for the most part is the common way to do this. You can do it with a mixed grip as well. You can also do it with straps, but for the most part, double overhand works, and it's good to work your grip anyway. So you're going to deadlift the bar up just like you normally would. Obviously, we're working with just the bar here, so we're just going to start from the top position. You can start from the rack as well if you want to start it hooked into the rack. Personally, I just like to deadlift it up off the ground. All right, so what you're going to do to initiate the Romanian deadlift is very similar to initiating the standard deadlift from the top. You're going to drop those hips back, but whereas you'd normally continue on through the motion by bending the knees just as the bar gets passed and bringing the bar all the way down to the ground, for the Romanian deadlift, what you're going to do is you're going to focus on keeping a tight torso. All right, you want your head up, neutral. You want your lats stacked and packed on top of each other by keeping that bar close to your body. You're going to drop the hips back, and you want to focus on keeping a straight, flat back as you drop the weight down, okay? Don't let it round, and what you want to do is you want to drop the weight down to just about mid-shin, all right? We're almost there, right when you can really start to feel it in your hamstrings, and you want to have minimal bend in your knees. You notice I'll flex my knees a little bit as I'm going, but I'm not going to bend like I normally would for a standard deadlift, all right? I'm going to bend enough that I can articulate the hips backwards, and then I'm going to lower myself to the point where I can really feel that stretch in my hamstrings, and I can't go any further without rounding my back. Could I go lower than this? Yes. Do I have to round my back to do it? Also yes. You want to stay flat back as low as you can as your own mobility allows, and then come back up again. All right, and you really want to focus on pulling through your hamstrings and your glutes on this. So again, I drop those hips back, keep the back nice and tight, keep the lats stacked, bar as close to the body. Go down until I can go just as far as possible without bending my knees more or bending my back more, and then come back up again. One more time, I'm down. Drop those hips back, stay neutral the whole time. Tight back, and back up again. These are, again, a hamstring dominant movement, all right? You want to make sure that you are keeping your back tight. You want to make sure that you are focusing on contracting through those hamstrings all the way through the motion, and then fire back up, okay? Things to watch out for on this: don't round the back. Don't hyperextend the descent, all right? You don't want to go any lower than possible without rounding your back, okay? There's no award for touching the ground with the plates or whatever. What you want to do is focus on keeping that back tight so you engage the hamstrings. And then finally, you also don't want to over-present at the top, and this is the same with standard deadlifts as well. You don't want to come up and really flex those glutes and drive your hips forward, okay? The main target here is your hamstrings. Right back here, okay? So you should feel those working, you should feel those getting fatigued and burning if you're doing this properly. So that's it for the Romanian deadlift. Thank you for watching. As always, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome. Bye-bye.